Zepbound Titrating Up or Zepbound 2.5 milligrams Starter Pack Edition. Hi friends, I'm Elizabeth, Countess of Shopping. I have been on Zepbound now for the last almost 21 months, losing over 93 pounds on the way to 100-pound weight loss and going from morbidly obese to just overweight. And on today's episode, I want to dive into having what I call a starter pack underneath your, I almost said kitchen sink, underneath your bathroom sink. That's what I did. And it was so helpful. And I want to speak in this whole video today on my experience, strength, and hope, not medical advice. Always talk to your own healthcare provider. Never want to get that twisted because I'm not medical and your healthcare provider knows all of your medical history and your medical conditions. And so some of the stuff that I'm going to talk about worked well for me. Take what you want and leave the rest. But when titrating up, I wish someone had sat me down and held my shoulders or held my face and been like, I got you. Here's what worked well for me. Don't get this, get this. So let's go ahead and dive in. So when I started off with, originally was on Mounjaro. I went from Mounjaro to Zepbound because of the Mounjaro shortage, Zepbound to a TIRZEPATIDE compound because of the shortage, and back to Zepbound. Many people have asked why I have not continued with the compound and why I've stuck with brand name is because I just simply like the pen better. I like the pen better. It takes me less than 2 minutes to do my injection, whereas with the compound, doing the vial with the needle took a lot longer. It took me like 20 minutes, and I'm a time efficiency freak. I love both of them, and that's why I always recommend Join Fridays. Use the discount code QUEEN, linked down below. And all of the things I'm going to be talking about as we walk through this will be linked down below. Number one is I wanted to be prepared when titrating up. So if you are on Zepbound 2.5 milligrams, or will be, the starting dose, or if you're going from Zepbound 2.5 milligrams up to 5 milligrams, or even Zepbound 5 milligrams to 7.5 milligrams, I found at every dose, I had different side effects. And when I got to Zepbound 15 milligrams, I was like, shoo, I've never had nausea. Guess what happened to me at Zepbound 15 milligrams? Nausea. I only vomited once from it, but I've had them all. I've had them all. And they're normal, by the way. Gastrointestinal stuff, totally normal. Eli Lilly, the manufacturer of Zepbound, tells us, expect to have some tummy issues, diarrhea, constipation, or nausea. Now, there's some other really serious ones. I'm not going to cover those in today's episode. Talk to your healthcare provider. We probably already had that conversation before getting prescribed, but like pancreatitis, appendicitis. There's some gnarly ones to know about. There's this like the slowing gastro. There's some other ones too. And then there's the thyroid cancer, but that is a family thyroid cancer. It's a genetic one. So talk to your healthcare provider. There's more, and to talk to them about that. On today's, I just want to talk about basic ones like diarrhea. Like, oh my gosh, I took my injection. And for me, people usually ask, when did you feel your Zepbound side effects? For me, it was like 24 to 36 hours after, or when I titrated up. So when I titrated from 2.5 milligrams to Zepbound 5 milligrams, when I titrated up within that, I just kept the diarrhea train rolling. But it was when I went to a higher doses and then the constipation kicked in. So I can speak on all of them. And so with diarrhea, my solution, so what I did is I literally got and I meant to bring it in, but I had a clear bin, and I'll link, I have a whole Amazon starter pack. I'll link that down below. Literally, you can just go, fill out that in your Amazon cart and use it. Get a little clear bin, have them underneath your bathroom sink. So if these do pop up when you're going through and titrating through over the next few months, for me, it's been over the last 21 months. Hello, I haven't titrated up in quite some time. I've been at Zepbound 15 milligrams for a while, but have that starter pack that's linked down below, the Amazon starter pack shopping list. Just get all of it. And then that way you have everything, or you don't get the things that you already have, right? But diarrhea, I used Pepto-Bismol pills straight out of the gate to help with that when it got really, really bad. And I've talked about this before about changing where you do your injection. For me, that very much mattered. For you, go see those episodes if you're curious about those. And you can see them, click the like and subscribe button, and you can go check those other ones out. I, of course, from the get-go have used LMNT electrolytes. I bought those literally like the first month. I was like, okay, if Olympic athletes are on these, they're good enough for me, or like FBI snipers and stuff like that, because they have the electrolytes, magnesium, potassium, and sodium. Why did I get those? Because I knew if I was expelling out stuff from diarrhea, I needed to replenish those things, the electrolyte component of it, with so much going out. And obviously, again, talk to your healthcare provider. This is not medical advice, but for me, having the electrolytes, they also have sticks. You can use the Countess of Shopping link. It's linked down in the description link below to get 8 free sticks with any purchase. So if you get the sparkling electrolytes or the sticks to put in like still flat water, I put them in my 40-ounce tumbler so I could just sip. Because of the massive appetite suppression I immediately have. Now, some people didn't have that. Some people don't have that. And if you don't have immediate appetite suppression, you're totally normal. There's a percentage of the population that just doesn't. So don't feel badly about yourself. But I fill this with 40 ounces. It says on here a bottle of water. I made it 40. I like to have more water in there. So for diarrhea, it was Pepto-Bismol, and I like pill format. I don't like liquid. LMNT, to make sure I was replenishing. And then that helped. And then also my food choices. Full disclosure on all of these, for me, when I get brutally honest with myself, and some people don't like when I say this, but I'm going to say it with love, grace, kindness, and compassion, are the food choices that you're having aggravating your side effects. If you're having blowout diarrhea, for me, I had horrible blowout diarrhea. My hot husband and I went out on a date. It was a few weeks into taking Zepbound. At the time, Mounjaro is what I started with. Same thing as Zepbound. The Mounjaro and Zepbound are the same thing, by the way, just different FDA approvals. Same TIRZEPATIDE in there. And we went out to go get a New York strip steak, which I love, for date night. The level in which I almost pooped my pants, and I'm so embarrassed I'm saying this on the internet, but here we go. I'm saying it to hopefully help you, is because my body could not handle that much high fat. And so switching to leaner proteins is what I've had to shift to, because having that, it just, with the TIRZEPATIDE, I mean, with Mounjaro and Zepbound, my body was like, no, absolutely not. So if I have New York strip steak now, I love them. I absolutely love them. I have to have a smaller portion of it, because if not, the portion will lead to blowout diarrhea. So if you're having blowout diarrhea, maybe are your food choices contributing to that? Is that something to look at? Number 2, constipation. This is, I hear over and over and over and over in my free encouragement group. If you want a social free encouragement group of winners, nice, fun folks, my group is linked down below. We have like weekly challenges and fun stuff. It's a fun group. I love it. I love it. Magnesium breakthrough in there is super helpful. Magnesium, it has 7 types. Now, I used to recommend this other brand. So if you saw those videos, sorry, I just didn't know. And I will continue to evolve and grow. And so that's why we have opposable thumbs, is because we evolve and grow. So I don't use this anymore. I use magnesium breakthrough with Bioptimizers, because they have 7 types of magnesium. There's the magnesium in there also helps with bowel movements. Is it citrate? I'm trying to remember. See, I'm not medical. I don't know. I think it's citrate, but there's 7 types that are in there. And well, hold on a second. I'm pretty sure it's the citrate. That makes you go. If you're constipated, I take 2 of these, but you can take more, by the way. You can take more. Magnesium, super helpful. Use the discount code QUEEN with these. Probiotics, Bioptimizer also has probiotics too, pre and probiotics as well. I'll link that down below in the description. Fiber is another one you can take. I don't like fiber drinks. I like fiber capsules. This is the particular brand this is easy on Amazon. It's on my Amazon starter pack to get. The Bioptimizers, I recommend getting directly from the vendor. Certain supplements, I really try, and I've negotiated for you guys a discount. So use the discount code QUEEN directly from the vendor. And shipping is fast, by the way. It's lickety split. But there's certain things that I just prefer to get from the vendors. But like fiber capsules, I think that those will be okay. You know what I'm saying? So that is another one for constipation I used. And then I pulled these out from underneath my bathroom sink. See, I have my starter pack. Colace is another one, I believe, that helps with bowel movements. And then I also just pulled out like a laxative as well, if it gets really, really bad. But I think you should be in communication with your healthcare. If it's getting to that point of where it's really, really bad and you're doing some basic stuff, you need to make sure you're in communication with your healthcare provider. If you don't have a healthcare provider you can yap back and forth with, switch to Join Fridays, the discount code QUEEN. They're my favorite. They do both brand name as Telehealth and compound. They do both. Fiber. So fiber, we've talked about that. Colace, laxative. Oh, and then the other thing is element electrolytes, because those also have in there, and you may say, Elizabeth, you just recommended electrolytes for diarrhea. Why are you recommending it for constipation? Well, for the diarrhea part, I used it is because I was expelling out stuff and I wanted to replenish. For constipation, it has also magnesium, potassium, and sodium, which does help me go to the bathroom too, if that makes sense, right? But I prefer, in terms, if it's specifically for constipation, I use both. I use both. Now, the other thing, again, going back to just basic wellness, is, are you having fruits and vegetables? Are you constipated because you're having so much protein, perhaps? Maybe you're really focusing on protein. Like I had this pocket of where, and I still can get into this pocket too, by the way. So to keep it brutally honest with myself, of I love protein. I've really tried to get into having, I shoot for 125 grams of protein per day. And with that, if I am not diligent to have fruits and vegetables, I do get constipated. So am I having 2 cups of leafy green vegetables every day? Am I having something to have, like fiber, natural fiber from what I'm eating, right? I think that's super important, and that can get glazed over when the conversation is a lot is on protein. I'm obsessed with the chocolate protein with magnesium by Optimizer's Protein Breakthrough, their chocolate one. Definitely, like focusing in on that for me for muscle, because I'm lifting, I'm really trying to work on building muscle. And so I can get somewhat sidetracked in not having the fruits and vegetables, and that still needs to be, for me, the fiber is super, super important. So that's what works really well for me. Take or leave it, but that's what works really well for me for that. Nausea, ginger root. I like ginger chews, and I'll put, those are on my Amazon starter pack that are linked down below too. But they have sugar in them. And so these are, I got them from GNC, but I'll link these down below on Amazon too, just so you can get everything from Amazon. It has in there the ginger root. It's really helpful for me to calm my tummy. And I will also make ginger water. I'll cut up some ginger and then just put it in a pitcher of filtered water. And then I'll sip on that throughout the day too if I'm really nauseous. The ginger chews are great. I like them, but also I am super hyper aware of my sugar content. So I have the ones that have like the least amount of sugar that I found, but I've moved towards taking the pills, the ginger root ones. Those are helpful. It just feels like it coats my tummy. Makes it feel better. Makes it feel better. Now, rash. I had this once. I got a rash from my injection. Some people just, in my free encouragement group, I've seen it over and over, and I feel so badly of where they take their shot and then around their shot they get this like red rash. Talk to your healthcare provider about that. Some people in our group had solutions for it, and if you go in my group, you can always type search stuff, which is always helpful because then you can go see past history and kind of see some of the other questions that have been asked, and then the thread on that. That's always super helpful. But rash, talk to your healthcare provider, because they may want to put you on Benadryl or maybe not Benadryl. Like there may be like that's where one thing where I'm like, it's not like I would talk to your healthcare provider specifically for you on that as well. Heartburn. Oh, I would get like heartburn and like acid reflux. Like sometimes when I'm filming, you guys can see me where I'm like, I still get it sometimes. Where I'm like, I will like you can see it, like stuff comes up with that. So I have 2 things. One is Tums. I like Tums just because I can chew on them, and it just naturally, I got that when I was pregnant with my kid, and so with both of my kids. And so naturally now I just have Tums. I'm like, it's helpful. And then also for heartburn, by Optimizers has, where did I put it? It's called HCl Breakthrough. And that's also supposed to help with heartburn as well. So if you get really bad heartburn, that could be another option too if you have that. Now let's talk about hair falling out. This is another big one everyone talks about with hair falling out. And I certainly had this too at the beginning. This is a small clump. This wasn't even like one of my big clumps. It takes, and I have a whole article on countessofshopping.com, but I'll link on the Amazon starter pack. It takes 3 months to see hair trauma. And so hair trauma, I'm using quotes for trauma, but can be weight loss. And so, but it takes 3 months to see. And then therefore, if it takes 3 months to see, I'm assuming it takes 3 months to see then the change of that hair. My hair's come back, it's good. I use hair extension I have used hair extension clips. And I thought I had it here in the studio, and I wanted to grab it and show you guys my bottle of the Nutrafol. I don't have a discount code to their website, so I've linked that one directly on the Amazon one, the Amazon starter pack. Nutrafol, and then I had a shampoo. I actually just bought it to test, and I'll link that shampoo down below too. That helps. And then Nutrafol, if you want to keep going, you know what I mean, like take it one step further, Nutrafol also has this hair, it's a serum. So there's the pill format, then there's also in addition a hair serum, and then there's also in addition like a shampoo, but it's not by Nutrafol. Those, the pills have worked well for me. That's worked really well for me. Fatigue, I've done a ton of videos on the sleep of fatigue and insomnia. I've done both. So you can check those out in the playlist too. And I go into more details, but the basic overview of that is electrolytes. And it's not because these have energy in them, but having the magnesium, potassium, and sodium does naturally. I just feel better. I feel more energetic after drinking one for the fatigue. And then sleep, like I just listen to my body, not just because that's a diminishing word. I take that back. Whoop, let me take that back. I sleep. I do allow myself the gift of taking a nap. I'm a big napper now, or just even resting of where I'm not even napping. I just lay down for 10 minutes and just, because I don't know about you, but if you watch this far in my video, I probably resonate. We probably have similar personalities of I am high functioning, high productive. I like to get S done. And for my family and for my hot husband and for my job and for my household and for my community and like the whole thing. And so that's a lot. And so that coupled with a medication that can also make me really tired, I allow the grace for myself to be like, okay, I'm gonna take a rest and I'll pick it up on day 5, 6, day 7 of my injection when I do have more, my energies come back. Next, insomnia. So if your eyes are wide awake, 2 things. 1, magnesium breakthrough that naturally helps me sleep. In addition to the constipation thing, magnesium helps me very much with sleep. I take it right before bed. I used to take a ton of melatonin. I don't anymore. I take the magnesium breakthrough. And they do have magnesium breakthrough, by the way, in powder format. If you don't like pills, they do have it in powder format. They meaning Bioptimizers, use the discount code QUEEN. They have, and I meant to bring, did I bring it in? They have, it's called Sleep Breakthrough. Sleep Breakthrough. Is it behind here? Oh, it is. It's right here. It's called Sleep Breakthrough. I don't have this every night. I don't have this every night. I have it maybe 1 night a week, maybe 2 nights a week. It depends on how I'm feeling, like if I'm super anxious or I have a big work project and I need to sleep. It gently knocks me out, but not in a knockout way where I'm groggy when I wake up the next day or where it feels weird. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had that with, what's that, like Tylenol PM and stuff like that. It's not that kind of sleep of where I have like dragon crazy dreams. Do you guys get this with Tylenol PM? I don't have that. It's a gentle, nice, it doesn't jack with my sleep. It's just this gentle, nice sleep. And then I wake up in the morning and I'm not tired. It's not groggy feeling afterwards. It's been very delicious. I like it. But I don't have it every day. That one I save the big guns. I save that one for when I really, really need it. Otherwise, the magnesium breakthrough, that is just fine. That is just fine. And then the other ones we've talked about before, loose skin. This is not really a side effect, but I like to talk about it because people ask me all the time, and I always feel like I have so much loose skin. The last 20, almost 21 months now, 20 full months going on my 21st month, I have a lot of loose skin, a lot. My stomach, my thighs have gotten so loosey-goosey. And I'm talking with a plastic surgeon, and I know many of you guys are kind of the same boat of I am, of like, I'll just talk to a plastic surgeon and have them help me fix that. So I'm still I haven't gotten to maintenance yet. So I don't really want to start that, but one of you had recommended you're like, talk to the plastic surgeon beforehand because you may be able to use the fat I have now for something later. So anyways, I'm in conversations with that, trying to find a good plastic surgeon. But the Body Firm by Craperase, very helpful for me with loose skin. It's a confidence booster. If you already have this, slap some of it on. Put a little on your belly, put a little on your legs. I put it up on my décolleté, on my arms. It mentally makes me feel good. Is it physically going to change my life? Not crazy. The only thing that's going to do that is plastic surgery, keeping it real. If someone says that it's going, then that's not true. But this helps with the mental aspect of it. I do also love, so this is the 10 out of 10 for me. A 9 out of 10 is the Sol de Janeiro Baja de Fleur Elasti Cream. It's awesome. And it smells kind of like Kool-Aid to me. I like the smell of it. I also recommend this. And then I use the Sol de Janeiro 100%. Their scrub is amazing. I've tried to use the sugar scrub and it made me have ants in my house. So I went back to Sol de Janeiro. Do you guys know the one I'm talking about? It's like a cheaper sugar scrub. they're everywhere. And I'm like, ugh. And then it made me get ants. And every time I use it, I get ants. And I'm like, no, because I think the sugar scrub makes like the ants come out. So that's for my body. And then for my neck, 3 things. One, it's not this container, but it's similar. It's the Crepe Erase, Crepe Erase neck cream. Y'all, I wish they'd sponsor me. I love their products so much. Call me Crepe Erase if you're watching this video. I love them. I love their stuff so much. I buy it all the time too. I just love their products because they work. The Crepe Erase neck, #1, but it is very similar in terms, let's just keep it real here. Their packaging is bougie, so it's more expensive. This is a great neck cream. They have unscented too, by the way. I love the lemon verbena, but they have an unscented neck cream. If you get a gobble gobble, this has been very helpful for my little underneath gobble gobble. And then also I have been testing and I like, and I'll link on the Amazon shopping list down below. And then also here on YouTube, you can use the YouTube shopping. I'll try to link it, but it's been very weird. It keeps removing my things, my links. So YouTube shopping, please keep my link down there. But I will put this on the Amazon starter pack shopping list too. The Go Pure has been interesting to me. I like it. I like it. I still have loved my other suggestions, but this one I also do enjoy. I also do enjoy. It has hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid and caffeine in there too. So that's been helpful. Now let's talk appetite suppression. For me, really into protein shakes. If you guys have not seen my Profi videos, I have bought, I think, every single flavor of Clean Simple Eats protein shakes because they do have like cake batter and vanilla, and I very much love those flavors. If you are a chocolate person, Bioptimizer's Protein Breakthrough in Chocolate is amazing. And then I also love Bioptimizer's Collagen, their Mushroom Breakthrough Collagen. It does not taste like mushrooms. And it helps, by the way, with brain functions too. I've been reading more about mushrooms, not like, I always feel like I need to give the disclaimer. They're not psychedelic, like I'm old school. I'm like, it's not psychedelic, like it's like mushrooms, like that. But there's interesting studies coming out about brain functions with those. Anyways, I'm still researching, and I want to make sure you guys know science-based always, like not woo-woo, like, but I have noticed I really enjoy this. Bottom line, I really enjoy it, and it's got collagen. And then, so I talked about the protein. I'll link those down below. Clean Simple Eats, they do have a variety pack too, which is really nice, just so you can try all of them. If you get it from their website, use the discount code QUEEN. There's an extra discount. But their protein drinks, they're clear protein. It's not fizzy. It's like still water. It's flavored. 20 grams of protein. These have become one of my new things. So when I'm having appetite suppression, but I still want to have protein, these are my go-tos. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. And you may say, Elizabeth, do you have the cans of the Element electrolytes and also protein, clear protein? Yes, I do. And then also have my tumbler, maybe with a decaf coffee. Yes, I do. By the way, I've also been testing, you guys, because you guys had asked for my Profis, my protein coffees. If I used Javi, it's a coffee concentrate. It's been helpful it's been fun. You add it with almond milk or water, and it's a concentrate, so you don't need to have like, I use also decaf espresso. If you don't have an espresso maker or cold brew, this is another great, I'll link that down below too. I think we've gone through. So I hope that's helpful. I'll link my Amazon shopping list down below for you. But those are hopefully the starter pack. If you have other questions, ask them down below. We're in the free encouragement group. Your accountability question, what are you doing today to move you closer to your goals? Next, your emoji of the day is going to be a cup of coffee. We do emojis of the day. Excuse me. That was the acid reflux I was talking about, by the way, where I'm like, pardon, excuse me. Your emoji of the day is a coffee cup or coffee mug or tea, and that tells me you made it this far in the video. That probably means you like your content. I want to get to know you better because I truly do care, and the pattern recognition of your name popping up will help me to get to know you. 2, I'll also pray over you, but I'm cheering you on this journey. So this is an awesome group. So welcome. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure you click that like and subscribe button. If you have a bestie who is just, or a good friend who's just, or a work colleague who's just starting GLP-1 medication, share this video with them. Maybe helpful for them too. Sharing is caring. Sweet friends, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'm Countess of Shopping. Count my blessings because life is delicious. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye guys. Love ya. Bye.